You got hurt a little bit in New Orleans, or you okay? What happened to you in that game?
Yeah, I'm good. I just had something with my ankle,
Okay.
but I'm good. Doing treatment, getting back.
So that means you are or not 100%.
I'm 100. If I'm out there, I'm 100%.
Yeah.
I'm giving 100%.
You guys have lost 4 of your last 5 games. You're trending in not a good direction. What needs to change? What has happened in these last few games?
I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it. I wouldn't say it's one thing specifically. I'd probably say it's a lot of things, but I'd probably just say it's our mentality. It's all mental with us. Like I said, I wouldn't point a finger at one specific thing. It's just a lot of different things. So, we're gonna take today to see what we figure out. Talk as a team. We got practice, which is good. It's gonna help, especially going into this next stretch.
When you say it's mental, what does that mean? Like, did you guys reach a peak and then you kind of relaxed, or I mean, what is?
I guess if that's what you want to call it, where we lost 4 out of 5 games, so we reached some sort of peak and then we lost games. So I guess that's what
I mean,
it is.
you're like that 5 and 7 before they all started. You guys were grinding out victories, and then all of a sudden it's like not quite the same intensity level.
Yeah, like I said, it's just mental. I think it's, like you said, not the same intensity level. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You said you guys are going to meet today as a team, kind of talk through things. Is that different than if you guys were like playing well? Like, is this something that you guys realized was needed, or is it just?
No, we meet for film anytime we have practice, so it's a normal thing.
I know it's probably one of those things where it's like if you knew the answer, we probably wouldn't be having to ask the question. But like when you talk about like mentality, I know Kawhi and PG have mentioned effort. Is it as easy as flipping a switch, or is it more complicated than that?
I don't know. I personally try to play as hard as I can every day, every time I'm out there. So I don't know about flipping switches or not. My switches, I feel like my mentality, my switch is always on. So I don't know. But I'm not, and I'm also not saying people aren't giving effort and not playing hard. I just can only speak for myself. That's just what I know. That's how I know. I don't know anything about switches. So.
So are you at a point with this team where maybe most guys, where you guys can hold each other accountable if needed?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, for sure.
Ty's talked for a while, a couple times this season, about the offensive rebounding issues, the transition defense issues, but it's also been something he's talked about for years since he's been in charge. You've been under him for, since he's been here. When those issues haven't been ironed out as much as you guys would probably like that they could have been over the last few years and even throughout this season, does it cause your confidence in this team and what you're trying to accomplish to waver at all?
Nah, no. Playoffs is a whole different ball game. Everybody's worried about what the hell is happening in regular season right now. Cool. No, we're not worried. That doesn't waver our confidence into going into the playoffs at all. No.
Terance, when is this offense at its best from a spacing perspective?
When?
Yeah.
In terms of what?
In terms of where people are, like what actions y'all run, like how should we be looking at like how y'all are optimizing like the players on the floor?
Oh, well, that's not a question for me. I don't know. That's for the coaches. I don't know.
What do you focus on? Like, do you focus on just being in the right spots? Do you focus on your timing when you cut?
I just focus on spacing as best I can, staying out their way when they're isoing, and cutting when I see opportunity when I can.
You guys have that 26-5, whatever, January stretch where you guys are playing really well. What do you think was being done there? You're being defended then that is a little different now, maybe from your perspective and from what teams are doing to you guys?
I think it's a lot of different things. Maybe the way teams are guarding the ball screens, maybe the way teams are helping different now to our schemes. We clear the nail a lot, so a lot of people are they used to go through with us, now they're just switching it and just staying at the nail because they know we're just going to ISO at the top of the key or ISO on the wing. So it's just a lot of different things that have stumped us, I feel like, in the last few games. So, you know, we'll use today to figure out how to get around that.
So those real-time adjustments may be harder to make than some would expect.
Yeah, for sure, because you practice a certain way, so it's hard to just be like, let's do something that we don't practice, you know?
You mentioned that.
Last question.
You mentioned that in the playoffs, things get different, and that you have confidence in you guys in a playoff setting. Where does that confidence come from? Is it from past experiences in the playoffs? Is it from things that you've seen this season?
I mean, yeah, it comes from Russell Westbrook, who's been to the finals. It comes from Kawhi Leonard, who has multiple rings. It comes from PG and James have been far into the playoffs. It comes from knowing that when it's time, those guys are gonna. You worry about offensive rebounds and transition. Those guys are gonna look, check, box out, and check those boxes because they know what it takes to get there. So that's why my confidence doesn't waver, because those guys are on my team.
So would you attribute the drop off this year, lately, to almost like it's the dog days and just it's hard for 82 games to just stay at that top level?
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks, Terance.
Appreciate you, Jay.